With Doom Eternal launching next month, I'd say now is as good a time as any to revisit Doom 2016 and take a look at its pretty interesting collection of Easter eggs. For some reason, when Doom launched, I never got around to actually making a full video on the game, and after recording these Easter eggs this week, I can't actually work out why that was. So join me today as we take a look at 20 Easter eggs, secrets and references found in Doom. Now if you think that I've missed an Easter egg in Doom, then the best place to let me know is in the comments section or on my social media accounts, the links to which can be found in the description. Oh, and as always, a like is hugely appreciated. Anyway, without further delay, let's get started. So to start things off, let's take a look at the mini Doom Guy collectibles. The first obvious reference is the fact that each Doom Guy picked up plays the iconic Doom theme song. But a couple of these figures are actually more special than the others, first of which can be found on the resource operations level. So that fist bump doesn't happen with any other collectible figure in the game. Many people have speculated that this may be a reference to Big Hero 6 and this scene. For what it's worth, I don't think it is, but I'll leave it up to you guys to decide. The next collectible figure of interest can be found on the Foundry level, and this one may seem familiar. So the appropriately named Vault Guy figure is an obvious reference to the Fallout series, which is also published by Bethesda. The final figure of note is Cain Guy, who can be found on the Titan's Realm stage. Commander Cain was the first game that Doom developer id Software ever made, so it's nice to see they haven't forgotten their roots. Oh, and this won't be the last we see of the Commander. So up next, let's check out some of the hidden games hidden in Doom. The first of which can be found on the Advanced Research Complex mission. So this is Super Turbo Turkey Puncher 3, an arcade game where you punch turkeys. The fact that this is the third entry in the Super Turbo Turkey series makes me wonder how much the gameplay has evolved from the first two Super Turbo Turkey Puncher games. I guess we'll never know. The next game within a game can be found on the Lazarus Labs level and is a match-free game in the same vein as Bejeweled and Candy Crush. The game is called Demon Destruction and, like the thousands of other match-3 games, can be a pretty fun way to pass the time. If you run out of moves in Demon Destruction, you're taken to a high score leaderboard, and the entries on the leaderboard aren't a coincidence. First up, the name idmum_DJ is a reference to Donna Jackson, office manager at id since 1992. Donna is affectionately known as id Mum. The score next to Donna's name is a reference to the release date of the original Doom, December 12th, 1993. Olivia P is obviously Olivia Pierce, the main antagonist in Doom 2016. K Cloud is Kevin Cloud, who is an artist at id since 1992 and is now executive producer. Kevin's score is the release date of Doom 2016, May the 13th, 2016 to be exact. RPA Duffy is Pat Duffy, an id artist since Doom 2. The next name on the list is Shale Vomit. Now I'm not actually sure who Shale is, but their high score is 666666, which is the number of the beast twice. The final name on the leaderboard is Tenacious Diaz, which is a reference to Mark Diaz, a programmer at id. I did miss a couple of names and high scores out because I have no idea who or what they are referencing, so if you guys want to try and fill in the blanks, be my guest. So up next, let's take a look at the multiple references to past Doom and Bethesda games. The first is probably the most well-known Easter egg in Doom 2016, and can be found on the Candy Sanctum level. So this skeleton with an arrow in their knee is wearing the Dragonborn helmet from Skyrim. Of course, the arrow in the knee is also a reference to Skyrim, and this famous piece of dialogue in particular.
I used to be an adventurer like you, and I took an arrow in the knee.
So we've already covered the Vault Guy bobblehead, but there is still one more reference to the Fallout series that can be found, and it's actually at the very beginning of the game. On the UAC level, you can find this.
Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
So for those that aren't aware, Vaultec was the company responsible for the design and implementation of the vaults from the Fallout series. Speaking of games that we've already mentioned, it's time to find another reference to Commander Cain. On the Candy Sanctum level again, you can find this. So this helmet is the iconic helmet of Commander Cain. Hopefully the skull underneath the helmet isn't the Commander too. This next reference to id games of old is pretty easy to miss. Once again, on the Lazarus Labs you can find this. So this is the Soul Cube from Doom 3. The Soul Cube is an ancient Martian artifact that was the most powerful weapon in Doom 3. So this next Easter egg should be immediately recognisable to fans of the Doom series. On the Necropolis level, you can spot this.
He must not reach the Crucible.
So this is the Icon of Sin, the final boss from Doom 2. If you shoot the Icon of Sin in its weak point, it will produce a cube containing a collectible Doom guy. I'll take this moment to briefly mention the retro Doom levels that can be found in the game. Just like the figures we discussed earlier, these levels are collectibles, so they're not Easter eggs as such, but they're still cool to find. Oh, and rather interestingly, if you die on one of these retro levels, there is a chance the Doom Guy's head will roll off and show you the pixelated head of Doom Guy, which is a nice touch. So it's time to take a look at a couple of movie references now, starting with these pretty unique death animations. So when dying in liquid nitrogen, the Doom Guy dies in a similar way to the T-1000 from Terminator 2. And when the Doom Guy dies in lava, he sticks his thumb up just like Arnold Schwarzenegger does in the same film. So this next clip isn't a reference to a film, more of a reference to an actor and what he has become known for. On the resource operations level, you can spot this.
UAC members deceased. 81% of the facility is on lockdown.
So on the list of casualties is the name Sean Bean. Sean Bean is a damn good actor, but over the years his roles in film and TV have usually ended with his demise. So much so that it's become a bit of a meme. The fact that Sean Bean dies in Doom, even though he isn't even in the game, is some achievement though. So the penultimate Easter egg is one that I'm sure a lot of you are aware of. On the Titan's Realm level, you can find this. So the final Easter egg is a pretty sad one. On the advanced research level, you can find the pictures of several of the research station's employees. One of these employees is Seraphin, who used to work for id Software and actually presented the first demo of this version of Doom in 2013. Sadly, Stephen passed away in 2014, aged just 28. So that's it, that's 20 Easter eggs, secrets and references found in Doom 2016. If you enjoyed this video, then a like is hugely appreciated, and if you're a fan of Easter eggs and secrets in games, then perhaps consider subscribing, as that's what this channel is all about. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.